battle is into the front, and we're off and underway. And great start by Oscar Piastri, who gets the hang on the start. And to turn one we go. Piastri and Hamilton goes wide on that track on the side as Piastri goes in the lead. And now Verstappen, you can see Tsunoda takes an overtake onto those outsides. And we go into the zigzag corners as we see Piastri on Norris is catching up on Kimi Antonelli. Antonelli skips hanging of it onto the outside. Piastri is far long gone into the lead as Norris is finding the way to overtake Antonelli so that he could have a McLaren 1-2. How would you feel?
It seems like a good plan to have another McLaren 1-2. Big point. Since the last time in the Australian GP, we saw one McLaren who managed to get to the podium, and but somehow he done it since the Ferrari locks up and goes straight into the front of field.
So you can see Lando Norris is catching up to Kimi Antonelli, and he goes at some McLaren 1-2. As you can see, a Mercedes in the background catching up a Red Bull, but I feel like the Red Bull will lose flesh, but he stays ahead, and you see the leaderboard move on as there is a McLaren 1-2 since Lando Norris overtook Kimi Antonelli.
Yeah, good run from Kimi Antonelli on his rookie setup for Mercedes, already up to the podium. But we'll see if Kimi Antonelli will make it to the podium for his first time ever in the POO gaming.
So now, behind Kimi Antonelli is Yuki Tsunoda on his home race on this top of field as Piastri takes the lead. The race in front of Lando Norris, or behind Lando Norris, wherever. It's somehow that it could be a chance that this could be a wild day as we're on board of Kimi Antonelli's teammate, George Russell. He seems like he's on a rolling page. As you can see, Verstappen behind. He's catching up. He's got to make an overtake into the outside of hairpin as Hamilton closes up. It's still wheel to wheel as Verstappen comes through. What a roundup for Max Verstappen.
Great overtake from Max Verstappen, as well known as can Verstappen hold on 5th place, and oh, he can!
Verstappen went wide as Kyle Lewis Hamilton took gain. Max Verstappen took gain back. 5th place, and there he goes. Hamilton got 5th place back as Russell's trying to overtake Verstappen again. Hamilton got 5th place back, but Verstappen also got 6th place back away from George Russell.
A brilliant battle between Verstappen and Russell to manage to get into the outside. And oh, you can see that
Antonelli through, and that turned one corner and managed to come back to the podium away from Yuki Tsunoda. Antonelli managed to come back to the podium away from Yuki Tsunoda, and Verstappen somehow in trouble with Lewis Hamilton.
Again, another brilliant battle between Kimi Antonelli and Yuki Tsunoda, but somehow we are going back to the Haas F1 car, which managed to chase after the Visa Cash Shop Racing Bull, trying to manage, and oh dear.
Liam Wilson managed somehow to steer. Esteban Ocon will be managed to get gain to 15th place, and somehow behind Ocon is Nico Hulkenberg, which somehow Liam Wilson will lose again. Too much time, and now the gain of him won't be Esteban Ocon to catch him up.
He's closing up.
He's gaining, closing and closing as Ocon. Can he try? No, he stays there, but he managed to get closer and closer to the DRS zone. As for now, we're going to be taking on board to Nico Hulkenberg, who seems to be closer to the Haas car in front of them. As for now, there he goes. Ocon for the move. Ocon goes straight into 15th place, passes Liam Wilson after the steer from Wilson or Garden.
It's the same overtake thing like from Kimi Antonelli does. For now, Lawson, if he managed to unluckily do that again, but somehow he's gonna lose him in front of a Haas car, which may not cause him too much gain. Well, for now, Comet can't not control. Is that a debris?
That looked like a debris. Some underparts car have gone lost there, as we're now on board with Alexander Horton, who's catching up another V-Sep Kasha car, which is Isaac Hadjar. At the moment, he's trying to have some peaceful moment at this time, but he might not at this time around, at this corner, because Alexander Orborn is literally catching up. Trying to make a move. Can he make it? No. He stays ahead. So now Isaac Hadjar is now safe. In this undercut, as we're going to another zigzag corner, a big zigzag, now into the DRS zone. Manage, and he's closing up. There he goes. Albon got it. Albon got the place and managed to get on top to 11th place. Not even good enough. That's not even enough to manage to get into the points. But to manage to get to ones you need to overtake, looks like Fernando Alonso. Right now, Stroll's behind him, tries to catch up to Isaac Hadjar. Manage to get closer and closer. Hadjar is having a slow moment now, as Stroll is gaining in front of him. No single overtake at the happen, but not quite yet, as he's already catching up into this corner. We're the fastest place where I've always been.
Yes, many of this always been doing on this best of that overtake for now, but they're gonna say to the FIA, we're gonna change the camera. That's what the FIA say. And now we are looking at Gabriel Bortoleto. Now last drive he was DNF. And there's a Haas who's trying to overtake a Visa Cash Up, which is Liam Wilson. That is all the damage. Trying to get Wilson, but somehow he managed to not to get him quite. But they're in the DRS zone, so they might.
As for now, you can see what is happening. It's the outfit of Jack Doofin. Somehow he managed to escape the Gabriel stuff. And he's almost about to outlap him. Now we are on a chase here on the Aston Martin right in front. What we're seeing looks like Stroll. It is Stroll. We're watching Stroll again to manage, can he get past the Visa Cash Up of Isaac Hadjar as we go into the happen, but not for long. As we watch that battle, we are seeing a McLaren. Two McLaren's driver are taking their own step onto the field to celebrate their own stuff at the Japanese Sprint Grand Prix ever. As we take it onto the first step into the final corner, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris wins and goes into 1-2. Lando and Piastri. Lando's second. But Yuki Tsunoda, third place. As we manage that, we take a pause there, and we will switch back into the leaderboard. Since that happens, go back to leaderboard, there it is. Tsunoda, Norris, and Piastri. Or for us say Piastri, Norris, Tsunoda. On to the podium.